Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Plain Bakes Garden. Today, I am going to plant up some of the seeds that I started in plastic bags from a previous video that I made 2-3 days ago. So this is why it's very important to check these seeds every day, and if they start to sprout, to get them into soil. This one, the dragon's egg cucumber, you can see there's actually some leaves starting, so I waited a bit too long to plant these, but we're gonna get going on these, get them into soil, get them getting some nutrients. Even the sugar pie pumpkins are even sprouting. You can see their little roots there. This is kind of more of the stage you want to get them into the soil when they've got roots like this. Even a little shorter is good. Cucumbers I didn't expect to sprout that quick. But yeah, so I've got a whole pile of different ones that I'm going to be planting up today, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's get started. Alrighty, so we're going to start with the dragon's egg cucumber. These are an heirloom from Baker Creek. We're going to get these into the soil. So I prepped all my soil already. Anything that doesn't have one of these popsicle sticks in it, doesn't have any seeds in it, I label each 6-pack with my seeds so that I know in case I move these around, rather than doing rows. I've done that in the past and then had, you know, like cucumbers down here and onions here, and then I have to move these 6-packs together. So I just try to keep each 6-pack the same. So take this lovely paper towel out of your bag. Feel free to reuse this bag next year. Put a different seed in it, put a piece of tape over the label. I don't know if you can see. So these guys here are going to be a bit tricky to plant because they're so big, but one of the things I'm going to try to do is make sure I get the root downward and then keep the greens kind of at the top portion of the soil. I'm still going to bury the whole thing, but I want to make sure that I make it kind of help the plant out to figure out which way is up and down. So with this, these are much, you can already see the root development and everything, so you kind of got to get a hole so that you can fit that. That's why it's much easier to do this when they're smaller and there aren't as long of roots. So I'm just gonna put a hole in the soil, grab, I'm gonna use some tweezers. These, gotta be very careful, the roots are very, very delicate. And if you let them go much longer than this, they can get stuck onto the paper towel, and then they rip, and then you break the roots, and it's not good. So then just kind of cover that up with soil. When I water these in, it'll settle the soil around the root so that there's no air contact. Otherwise, that could kill the root as well. Oh, I put another hole. So let me just go and do all my holes. But yeah, as you can see, since I know what has germinated and what isn't germinated, I just, excuse me, I only put one seed per pod because I already know that these are all sprouting. If I didn't know if these were gonna sprout, then I may put 2 or 3 per hole, and then if they all sprout, then I'm throwing them away, or trying to transplant them into different pots. So this way you save money in seed because you know what germinates. Oh, to give your seeds a week more than the other ones, because some seeds are just a little bit longer, take a little bit longer to germinate. Reusing this label, so I had mustard was my previous one, so I'm gonna do dragon's egg cucumber. Hopefully I remember that I abbreviated it. And then just shove that in there, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, so I'll show you sugar pie pumpkin. As you can see, there's some seeds here that have germinated very well, and then this one here like hasn't germinated at all. These haven't germinated at all. They may be bad seeds, or they may just need a couple more days to germinate. There's plenty in here that have germinated, so I'm probably just gonna throw out the ones that haven't. But this was saved seed from a pumpkin that I saved last year, so I wasn't sure how well of a germination rate we would get. Apparently pretty good. But yeah, with these larger seeds like pumpkin seeds, some of the squash seeds, they like more heat to germinate. So putting these in the bags, and then you can put them, these were sitting right up behind me on a shelf right near a little heating vent that comes into the plant room. Typically, if it's too cold, most people will keep them in their seed pots really wet, or just wet in general, but it'll be too cold for them to germinate, and then the seeds end up rotting in the soil, and that's how you get poor germination on a bunch of these seeds. Happens to me every year. That's why I've decided this year this is the method I'm going to try to take. Hopefully I can get better results, and right now it looks like I am. We'll see how it goes after these get in here, but they should be okay. They should all poke their heads above the soil probably within a week or less. Yeah, so I still have, even with planting 6, which is way more pumpkins than I'm gonna need, there's 1, 2, 3 more seeds that germinated in this bag that I don't need. There's a group online locally that we are a part of that I may offer the seeds that pre-sprouted to see if anybody would like them. So I'm going to stick these back in the bag and offer those on those websites. And any extra seeds that I have, especially with the way the world is going right now, anything I can do to help somebody else grow something, I'm more than happy to do that. And these seeds would go in the garbage otherwise, so might as well. Ideally, I would do this with cleaner hands so that I didn't get the dirt all in there, but it is what it is. Gardening gets messy. And then after these have been written on all sides and top and bottom, we do compost them. So we're not throwing away plastic, at least. You can even get the plastic labels from your nursery or whatever. You can reuse those, and sometimes I take painter's tape and tape it over the label. And I actually have been giving away a few seed starting kits like this, just trays and the pods, to a few local people who wanted to start some seeds this year, because I had the extra and I don't really have the space to do a lot more. So I figured if they can grow something in their garden, why not? All right, well, that's it for me. I'm going to continue and finish up the rest of these seeds. The other seeds that haven't germinated are actually right here behind me on this shelf. And as those start to germinate, I'll plant those up. And before I know it, I'm going to have way more seedlings than I need. I'm actually starting a bunch of these seeds, not only for myself, but for my parents, because they can't get to garden centers where they are. So I'm going to start them some seeds so they can plant some food in their gardens. Yeah, so continue growing, and please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.